Hey guys, so we are the Reds, right? Yup. And the Reds mean business. Yup. But why are the Greens so much scarier compared to us? I mean, we don't even have the proper gear. And they even have Ito. Heh, if only we have enough resources, we could definitely take them on. Oh, hi guys, I'm back. Oh, hey Scar. We are buddies, right? Yup. And as your buddy, I will never ever do something to your base. I mean, who does that? You? Anyway, do you have resources? Oh, resources? Well, as a pesky traveling swindling cunning wizard soul dealer peacemaker and now arms dealer Scar, say no more. So now we all have resources. What's the plan? Oh, not again. So yeah, Last Life. And now, the civilized anarchy server we all know and love has finally come to an end. The day 8 and 9 sessions showed alliances, and convenient alliances battled it out to be the last group standing. And then, backstabbing later. The sessions basically went with two chaotic groups, going around the server, burning, exploding, hiding, running, killing dogs that randomly appears out of nowhere, and enchanting. Did someone say enchanting? Yes. Yay! There are a lot of things happen in these last two sessions. And so, let's begin with day 8. In this session, everyone basically grouped themselves into two opposing factions. The Greens and the Reds. The Greens, composing of the remnants of the Shadow Alliance and the Scottage, or the 3 Gs, have united together inside the safety of the Shadow Fort. The Greens are basically scared of the Reds, but the Reds on the other hand are also scared of the Greens because they have a lot of lives, have better gear, and Ito. And so, the remaining Reds basically hid themselves on top of the magical mountain. But then, Scar arrived and basically became the savior of the Reds. Whoa! So I am now the pesky traveling swindling cunning wizard soul dealer peacemaker arms dealer and now savior of the Reds, Scar? Oh no, it's getting longer. As the arms dealer of the server, he handed out his huge super duper secret stockpile of resources and gave it to his fellow Red allies. Cause they are his friends and will totally not leave him like last time, right? Bruh. And with the Reds now fully equipped, they headed out to build traps and hunt down the Green lives in the server. Speaking of the Greens, they had a rough time dealing with the Reds, especially when they were all alone. Pearl, with her very dark green life, basically had no fear and headed up the magical mountain, which is basically the stronghold of the Reds, to enchant some gear. I mean, what could go wrong? Randog went to pick some apples from the nearby forest. Who would kill a man picking some apples? There's also Cleo, shot outside the safety of the Shadow Fort, and Martin, who was unaware of the trap inside the fort. And if things couldn't get worse, Tango, known for his insane redstone builds and very effective traps, made a TNT minecart trap that could blow someone in an instant. Well, anyway, it seems like the Reds are finally bringing the fear back again in the server. But the Greens, or we should now say, the Yellows, devised a plan. The squad of Ren, Cleo and Ito devised a plan involving Ren's idea to Bubblevate and surprise the enemy. Cause why just press shift and sneak when you can hide in style? And so, with careful deliberation, they decided to conduct the Bubblevate operation near spawn. Cleo and Ito hid underneath their Bubblevates, while Ren pretended to chop some trees. The Reds eventually arrived with Bigby noticing Ren, while Scar sneaks in from behind. And seeing an alone Ren in the middle of nowhere, Bigby and Scar made their move and attacked Ren. And so, with the cue of the bananas, Cleo and Ito merged from their very fancy Bubblevates and hunted down the Reds chasing Ren. It was an intense fight, but Bigby eventually fell to Cleo and got her revenge. And Scar, unaware of his HP, lost his last life to Ren. Things are not looking good for the Reds, but Scott, who was the boogeyman last session, sacrificed himself for the Yellows and didn't get anyone. And so, he eventually turned red and joined Joel and Grian in an alliance of convenience. And speaking of the boogeyman, the final boogie was Pearl, and her being the boogie is probably the scariest thing you'll ever encounter. Cause she basically planned early on in the previous sessions and built a Green Lives Club HQ to lure everyone into the trap that was rigged to blow up while the boogie on the dance floor. She ended up getting Randog, turning him red. With Ren now red, the Reds eventually entered the Shadow Fort with no resistance and ransacked the place. Seeing her dog slowly getting picked off, Martin and Pearl headed back to the Shadow Fort to save her dogs. At first, the Reds just wanted to locate Ito, cause getting Ito is like basically winning the entire series. But Pearl and Martin, being outnumbered, fled the scene and retreated up north. But the Reds saw this as an opportunity to pick them off, and they followed pursuit. The chase eventually ended when Martin fled the scene, and Pearl was cut off by Joel, turning her red. With Pearl now red, it seems like the Reds is now starting to grow in numbers. But the former Yellows decided to cut ties from Joel and Grian because reasons. They instead headed out to locate the remaining Yellows in the server and hunt them down. They were able to locate Cleo and Ito in the nearby woods, and with the shot of an arrow, Ito and Cleo fled, and the Reds followed pursuit. They were able to cut them off near the entrance of the fairy fort, and there, Cleo was slain by Ren, while Ito died to Pearl. Seeing as his fellow Yellow Lives fell, Martin, the last Yellow Life, retreated on top of Magical Mountain and made his stand. He poured lava on top of the mountain to slow the Red advance, but the Reds were eventually able to reach the peak and cornered Martin inside Scar's house. Pearl was able to sneakily infiltrate the house and pushed Martin off the mountain, leading to his demise. With everyone in their last lives, the former Yellows formed an alliance against Grian and Joel. As they tried to go up the mountain, the other Reds fired at them. Seeing as their current situation is now a battle against the entire server, they made the last-ditch attempt to trap the road network near spawn and lure the alliance. And when the alliance followed, the TNT trap was set off, but no one perished in the trap. Seeing as the trap failed, Joel and Grian tried to flee the scene, but the alliance followed and they were forced to engage. Joel was able to slay Cleo and Ito, but Scott slayed Grian, losing his last ally. With the situation now hopeless, Joel made his last stand, but he eventually lost his final life to Scott. With the server now down to 4 players, they all decided in the Battle Royale, with all alliances voided, to decide the winner of Last Life. The battle was fierce in this particular area of the server. Ren was able to slay Pearl, while Scott got Martin. And in the final battle, Scott was able to slay Ren and became the Last Life and win the entire series. Last Life. The series that started with friends just having fun, and then when the boogeyman arrived, it ended up making interesting conflicts and storylines that made the series truly remarkable. Especially the ahas. Aha!